Hello, my name is Chris Palmer, and in today's How to Do Local SEO in 2020 video, I would like to discuss local SEO checklists. Now, this is a how to do local SEO, but I'm going to base it off of these local SEO checklists that are floating about, and in my opinion, they're absolutely great, but they leave out a lot of key details that will certainly help your rankings in 2020. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the regurgitated local SEO checklist format, but I'm going to give the details that are most important. So if you do a search, it's a very low volume search term for local SEO checklist. Not a lot of people looking for it, but that's irrelevant. If you do a quick list here, there are numerous guides here, all right? Some from Moz. Here's one that I looked at, local SEO checklist. And this is one of the top rankers, Style Factory, Laggets. I think my friend Chase is here. Yep, I took a look at his. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick one, and then we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go for the top ranker here, and we're going to go through the checklist, but I'm going to first talk about a couple of the things that are most important. So a lot of these checklists will say things like your schema. You need schema on your page. You need to get reviews, backlinks, but a lot of them will never tell you a few things. So here is the top ranker. This is what's really a regurgitated list here. So let's deep dive into this and things that we need to do. Now, structuring your URLs and all of that type of stuff we're not going to talk about, but the first thing that I never see on these lists that is a very key component, I'm going to go ahead and pop this up. All right, we'll utilize this. I'm going to talk about a checklist that's non-regurgitated that's going to be a little bit more helpful for you if you're just starting out or maybe you're not getting the rankings. So the first thing that I never see on these checklists that I feel is going to be super beneficial for you, all right, and these are in no particular order, but the very first thing that you need to start doing is you need traffic, right? We're going to do T and CTR. Now, how will this be done? And this is going to be the difference or the deciding factor that's going to take you from position 4 or 5 to position 1, 2, or 3. Now, this could be accomplished in a couple of ways, but I'm going to lean more towards white hat. A lot of the times when people are on the first page, but down at the bottom, if you want to get that boost, a lot of times you can run a very, very inexpensive campaign on Facebook, maybe promoting something, maybe giving out a coupon, something that's locally within your area. Why? Because then you're getting local IPs, local Google accounts going onto your site. They're getting your coupons. They're reading through your information, maybe clicking a button, maybe seeing your knowledge panel, whatever the case is. If you're not seeing the ranking boosts that you want, you need to set up some type of campaign that's going to start getting some user engagement, start getting some clicks, start getting some CTR, start getting some localized traffic to your site, and you will certainly see a boost. Now, you can go through this number one ranking checklist, and you're not going to see that on a regurgitated local SEO checklist. So my number one piece that's a non-regurgitated item is going to be some traffic and CTR. Set up a campaign, get some traffic to your site, get some clicks, set up something, a coupon, whatever you got going on, take care of that. It will certainly give you a boost. Now, a lot of the times we'll go right to number 2. All right, I see for localized, everybody talks about citations. Citations this, citations that, but what citations should I use? Where do I get them? What are they for? Should I use a directory? What citations? So, a very quick search on your leading competitors. Now, you can do this manually. You can use a tool, whatever you would like. But generally, within Google, because citations are a duplicated, right? It's duplicate content over and over and over again. If you do a search, put in the business name, put in the phone number, other details that are going to be duplicated, name, address, phone number, NAP, and do a search on your business. on a business that's your leading competitor. Let me go ahead and show you how to go about doing this. And I'm getting to the point of citations. Which one should you build for your business? This is a way to do it. So you're going to put business name, right? But in the very beginning, it's going to be all in text, right? Colon, and then put business name and put it in quotes. Then put a space and put in quotes their phone number, okay? And what's going to come up is only 100, generally 100. If they have less, then you're not going to see 100. But what's going to be returned to you are the most relevant citations for your leading competitors. So, number 2, citations. When I see this on the regurgitated local SEO checklist, citations, which ones? Build the ones that Google is showing to you when you do a search for your leading competitors. It's only going to show a maximum generally of 100. Build the citations that they're building. Why? Because Google is already rewarding those particular sites. Now, let's talk about links. I hear this a lot, links. Now, again, we're going to go with the same format, but since we are local and something you will never see on a list, let's go back to our regurgitated list, and these are duplicated across every site, but they never tell you the steps. Never, right? They're always pitching you on something else. But I'm going to deep dive into the most important factors of a checklist that can certainly help out you and your business. I want to get into this next, but we're going to talk about links. Now, links, we're going to follow the same format, all right? So we're going to do links, all right? So links are important. Now, what links, though, right? This is going to be the format for this video. What links? So again, we're going to do a competitive analysis, right? We're going to get our top 3 or top 5 rankers in your position that your business should be in, right? You're going to run it through a search. I'm not sure what tool you have. If you have SEMrush, excellent tool. If you have Moz, good tool. Ahrefs, whatever tool, it doesn't matter, right? You want to use a free tool like Open Link Profiler or Ubersuggest, it's irrelevant. Take a look at the backlink profile for localized backlinks and start looking, okay, what is being rewarded because this particular site is in the position that I want to be in. Go through and try to find link opportunities that are the highest authority, right? If you're going to look at a third-party metric like Moz or whatever, high DA and PA, that are localized and something that you can acquire. When you reach out and you do a competitive analysis and you run all of the backlink profiles of the top 5 rankers, you should come up with a list of at least 20 to 30 link opportunities that you can build. But that's going to lead me into something that no one ever talks about. And what that is the links coming in, we need to start looking at the anchors. The anchors coming in are just as important, and nobody ever says this, but this is 50% of the backlinks. Yeah, the links are powerful, but what tells Google what that link is from? I mean, other than the authority, you need to have a relevant anchor. So what that should mean is it should be obviously branded, or if you can, right, some link opportunities will allow you to get something that is a localized anchor. So if you're getting links, right, from all of your competitors' link profiles, you gather them up, you're getting those links. Plus, if you can get a localized anchor coming in, you're going to see a significant jump. So we've talked about the number 1 piece, which is traffic and CTR, which is never on any lists. But if you're at the bottom of the page and you want to reach up, that's what is definitely needed. All right, huge tip there. 2, we talked about citations. 3, we're doing links. More importantly, the anchors coming in. Let's move on down the list. So we're going to go back over here to our regurgitated list. And some of these things are very simple. Set up your XML and structured data markup. And let's talk about markup. Markup is very, very important for, all right? So this is schema. All right, now there's different types of schema, but I want to relay this. You know the importance of schema, having all of your normal schema. If you're using WordPress, you're using Yoast or all-in-one or whatever it is. It takes care of all of the basic. But here's what they don't say. On your page, you can have more than one type of schema, all right? And this is very important. What does schema do, which is more important? It's going to help Google further understand your page. All right, so you want to have your star schema, you want to have this, but the next step is you need metadata to further help Google understand your page. So you need schema, but multiple types. And all this is doing is helping Google further understand your page. Do I think it's a direct ranking factor? Absolutely not. However, if you have multiple versions and giving Google a better understanding of your page and your competitor isn't, it's of course going to be a benefit to your site, your business. So let's go ahead and move down the list here. Let's look at the regurgitated list. And this is just off the top of the head. I just want to help reviews. Oh, reviews are the best. And I see this across so many lists. Reviews are not a direct ranking factor. They're simply not. However, reviews from particular sites are going to help when people are looking for your business or brand, which will overall help your business's traffic, help your overall trust. It is helpful for the user, but it's not a direct ranking factor. So for reviews, what do we do? Well, I would take a look again. Always follow that guideline of what is Google rewarding? What should I be doing? This is giving you a blueprint of what you should be looking at. So if reviews are coming in from Trustpilot, use Trustpilot. If they're coming in from Google, you should always use Google, but maybe they're coming in from SiteJabber. Maybe they're coming in from Irrelevant or Yelp. Whatever the case is, when you're getting your reviews, make sure they're containing the words like service, whatever you provide, make sure that those words are inside the reviews. Make sure they're written like normal people and get the reviews from the sites that your competitors have. It doesn't matter if they have 30, if you get 34, that's going to be a ranking boost. No. Just make sure that you're getting reviews from where your competition is. I think we've talked enough about this. Let's move on down the list here. Building citations, again, I would keep with the main ones. Customer reviews, we talked about that. Oh, website and content. Now, let's talk about sites. And this is relatively important, and this never comes up in a chat. So here's this. Let's see if we can make this a little bigger. All right, we're going to scroll on down the page here. So we're at 5, but we've covered a lot of things within these little bit of 5. So we're going to go on to 6 now. Now 6. We need to talk about this. Now, when you're, whatever niche you're in, all right, and this is a big one that I never see on the lists, but it's a massive check, all right? We're going to talk about site structure, pages, and content, and things along those lines. Now, I'll make a couple more check marks here. So, one thing, when people, they come into me and they want me to look at their sites, or I talk to them, is this. You can have the best content in the world. You can have everything, but if your site is brand new, if your site doesn't have particular signals within it, and I'm going to talk about that later, then you're never going to push all the way to the first page or to the top. So 6 is going to be age, and I never see this on the lists, but this is a massive factor that needs to be added to these regurgitated lists. This is the new list, right? So age of a site is, to me, is a trust signal. If you have a brand new page, a brand new site, and most of the rankers that are in front of you, if their sites are ages older than yours, you're never going to get in their position. So how do you combat this? Well, if you're a brand new website, brand new, then maybe you could start looking at other sites, because there's thousands of them, right, being expired every day. And maybe you can get a site that's relatively close to your business, brand, or service name, if that's up your alley, that has some age. But if you're competing with sites that are all 20 years old, and probably not that, but 10 years old, and you have a brand new site, it's going to take you a lot longer to get in those positions. I think we're done here. Let's talk about some structure issues. Now, each of the pages, all right, when we're looking at a SERP, I want to explain this. This is relatively important. Each SERP, each page, each query is completely different, right? We can agree on this. Some people might not. But so if you're a plumber, so you have plumber in this town, you have plumber in another town, or then you have plumber services. Each of those queries, right, are going to show either service pages. Some of those queries might show a blog page. Some of those queries might show a category page. If Google is rewarding blog pages or service pages or a category page, or it's whatever Google is rewarding for a particular search type, right? That's the type of page that you need to craft. What I'm getting at is this. If you're building out and you're trying to rank, and this is going to be type, page type matters. It certainly matters for ranking, because if everybody on a SERP is ranking a service page, you're never going to be able to get in there and win a SERP with a blog post. You might be able to, but it's going to be a lot harder and a lot more difficult, is what I'm getting at. So page structure, page types for particular SERPs matter. So what I'm getting at is analyze the SERP when you're and look at pages all differently. Each search is a whole new set of competitors. Look at it that way. You can't just say, okay, I'm a plumber in Miami, and say, this is my competition. No, each page that you create is its own set of competitors that you're trying to beat. You need to look at every single aspect of a page. It's page by page, not site by site, not competitor by competitor. Every SERP that you want to tackle, every keyword that you want is a new set of competitors, all right? Hopefully that helps you out. So let's move on down the list. We've talked about age. We've talked about the review, schema. We've talked about links and anchors and citations. Let's head back over here. Trust signals, more trust signals. Let's talk about that. So we're going to move on here to 8. So I'm sure that you're well aware, especially if maybe you're more along the white hat lines. It doesn't matter. There's no hats, right? If you're doing SEO, there's particular elements on a page that need to be taken care of. Your site should have contact pages and prevalent phone numbers. You should have localized phone numbers. You should have about us pages. You should have emails where people can reach you. You should have who we are, what we do, especially local. Those things need to be accounted for on a page. Here's who we are. Here's what we do. Here's why we do it. Here's some testimonials. Here's our phone number. Here's our email. Here's where we are. All right. So this is going to be trust signals on a page. Those elements on a page need to be taken care of. Same with terms of service. Same with a privacy policy. All of those elements need to be made up onto a page. All right. Now here's the another one. All right. Number 9, your structure and these one-page sites. I see this a lot. Remember, one page equals one SERP. All right. One page, one keyword, one idea, one SERP. You might find outliers, but 9 times out of 10, if you want to tackle a SERP, right, for a particular keyword, you need one page dedicated to that. All right. You're never going to get, you might pull in other keywords or what is called a cluster of keywords, but one page, one idea is tackling one SERP. Now, I think I covered pretty much everything. Local anchors coming in, schema, review, citations, backlinks, age, trust, click-through, CTR, traffic. Let's go over here and see if there's any comments. So my name is Chris Palmer. If you have any questions, this was a quick list. I wanted to touch on a couple of bases relatively quick. If you have any questions about local SEO, how to do local SEO, digital marketing, Facebook ads, really anything at all, always feel free to ask in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next How to Do Local SEO in 2020 video. Have a wonderful day. So if there's any questions, I don't know if there are, let's head over here. Any questions, anybody at all? Let's take a quick look here. All right. That was a little bit longer than I wanted it to be. What's up? Hey, Mark, great to have you on. Yes, it was an excellent chat with Craig. We plan on doing something more consistently. You'll be able to see us yet again here on Wednesday. I think we're going to do a chat about link building and backlinks and more grayer hat area. G Sal says great points. Thank you, G Sal. Mark Hardy says we should start up a new company called Gringo SEO. Yeah, I mean, that'd be interesting. I'm here, Chris, 24 lyrics. Great to have you on, 24. G Sal said that sounds like a good name, Mark. It could be. Nafis says I'm here. Nafis, great to have you on. Photogrifa says hello, Chris. Hello to you, sir. We're going to move down the list here. I did fax JSON and got rich results within minutes. Yes. Multiple forms of microdata and schema can be on a page. Make sure you implement it. 12 people should like this. Yes, if you like the video, please, I would it's very helpful for as far as, getting other people to see the video. So if you liked what I've shared with you, please give me a thumbs up. You don't have to, but it helps the video. All right. So thank you for that, Mark, for that. Basically for, reminding me. So Varin says, hello, Chris. Varin, hello to you. If you have any questions, ask. I feel free. All right, we can maybe let this stretch out a couple more minutes. Nice job, Chris. Thank you, Rob. Great to have you on. Joel's kid says hello. Hello to you, sir, as always. Joel says, so in Search Console, when I select a query, then I check pages, I see multiple pages showing for that query. Does that mean keyword cannibalization? No, you're just ranking. Other pages are showing up, and that's a really good tip, because if multiple pages are showing for other queries, that's because Google feels that that's what your site is about. You're just popping up for other queries. And as you'll see, especially with Search Console, things change and fluctuate, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. All right? So no, that's not keyword cannibalization. You'll be fine. G Sal says, Chris, is your training still on this weekend? I texted you too if you get a chance to respond. G Sal, I'm looking to get 25 people total. That's all I want to teach the method to. Once I have 25, that's why I changed the landing page. I'm looking for 25 people that are interested and serious. So once I reach that 25 goal, we're gonna host it. I mean, the amount is super cheap. If you've already invested and you cannot wait maybe another week, then just let me know and I'll send you back the $99. All right, so it's not an issue. But no, I'm just looking to get 25 people. That's all. I don't want to show a bunch of people. It's not something I want to do. What's a good price point for managing a client GMB? $500 a month? Well, I'm assuming you are the one that is doing the work, right? What we generally do is intake particular people from the platforms, and I generally do it a lot cheaper. But it's what your time is worth. I don't know who you have working with you or how you're outsourcing it or whatever you're doing. If you have your own team that you've trained, you can maybe go lower, but it's completely up to you. All right. I think that's relatively high just for a GMB, but I've seen more expensive as well. So, Mark, that's up to you, brother. Your services and what you have to offer is only worth what the next guy will pay. So, and you know how much time goes into it. You know what your hourly rate is. You know what you're worth. So, it's up to you, my friend. Joel's kid, you're teaching people what? I'm going to teach people, for the weekend? I'm going to teach people how to verify accounts without postcard, multiple different variations of that, and also a lot of CTR and traffic manipulation tricks. We're going to go over some local SEO, just basically Google My Business tips and strategies that I do not share publicly. It's just a class. A very cheap class. I'm just going to share some tips that I don't want to give away publicly. That's all. All right. And I just want to get paid for my time. 2 hours, $50 an hour. That's why it's $100. Right. So that's what it is. All right. So how much is that class? Just $99, Mark. $99, 15 hours from each person. I just figure each person is its own standalone person. That's how I look at it. All right. Which is fair, more than fair for what I'm going to teach. So yeah, that's that, Mark. If you're interested, you can go to chrispalmermarketing.com/GMB. I hate pitching. I don't usually pitch, but if you want it, that's where you go. All right. All right. Any other questions? Anybody at all? All right. How do I get in? All you need to do is just head over to the site, make payment, and then send me a text with your email in it, and then I'll just add you to the list. You know, just tell me the email that you made payment with, and that as soon as I have the 25 people, I was planning on doing it this weekend, but the 25th is actually my birthday, so I reconsidered that evaluation. I want to spend time with my family. But I'm thinking the very next week, and I should have enough people. I'm very close to the 25 mark. I wasn't promoting heavy, just on YouTube and on Facebook. You know, I don't want a bunch of people, you know. It's not just a few, you know. Can I rank local map without verifying a map? Yes, you can. I do not think for longevity that it will stick. And it depends on your competition. If all of your competition has verified listings and phone numbers and all of the other pieces that go into optimization of a listing, you're not going to outrank them. All right. So 9 times out of 10, it's just better to get a verified listing. Okay. Now I'm going to be running a test. Since we're just standing here talking, I have a couple more minutes. I'm going to be closing down my particular site because I'm launching a new site and a forum. Which will offer services. It's something I've been working on for quite some time. We'll have the SEO testing group. We'll have the services. We're going to have private mentorship and consulting, very cheap. I'll have a calendar set up. But in any case, I'm going to let my site just go, and I'm going to run a test and see how many links it takes to have a site vanish, or see how long it takes to get a penalty. So that will be super fun. I'll open it up to everybody that comes in and talks with me. We'll just blast the site with links. I already have a GSA link list with over 1 million links. So that'll be super fun. It'll be a public test for my site. We're just gonna blast it away and see how long it takes for it to drop out of the SERP for a couple search queries that it ranks for, and see if it gets a penalty, right? So that'll be fun. All right, dogs barking at people. Let me see here. Do you teach us how to rank GMBs? The main goal here is the optimizations to rank a GMB are simple, right? I'm going to teach you how to rank them, but more so how to get more of them so you can get more business, more phone calls, and more eyes, right? So if you can get more locations, you can get more calls. If you have more locations that are verified, you're able to expand your business. That's what I'm going to teach you how to do. And yes, I'll teach you how to rank them, which will be a 2-part little section, right? So yes, I will teach you how to rank them. It's easy once you know how to do it. All right, so Varum asks, do profile backlinks still work? Does it help you rank a website anymore? I feel that any link type by itself is non-effective. It needs to be part of a proper backlink profile, right? So if you're only using profile links, it's not going to really affect you. But if you're getting profile links that are relevant, or in my personal favorite, like edus and .govs that have a lot of authority and a lot of power, and you're using those as buffers, they can be helpful. But a link that's not tiered out, that's a profile link, probably isn't going to be that helpful. Jewels, I'm thinking about maybe next week, because this weekend's my birthday. All right. So I'm thinking for the weekend, and then by then I'll probably have 25 people wanting to learn. So maybe we'll do it April, May 2nd. And I was thinking a lot of the people that I talked to, because I'm going to record it too, I'll just get those people signed up. And then if you can't make it, I want to just bang it all out in once, because when I did that training for the drive stacks, it was just a pain in the butt because I had to make videos, then I'm editing them, and I'm, you know what I mean? When you make 30 videos, that's why I just want to dedicate 4 hours or 5 hours, go through the training, and then later on I could just bust up the videos, you know? That's why I want to do live training here forward. Anything that I'm going to teach, I want to teach it live. That way I can get feedback immediately, right? And then if maybe you don't understand something, I can just go in and teach it again. You see what I'm saying? And then later, and then when I have time, I can edit the video and then maybe distribute it. This particular training, though, I'm not going to show. I don't want to show anybody who asks. I'm looking for only 25 people that have a business. You know, I went on and I shared with one person a few methods, and then I noticed that they're going on Facebook and trying to offer like a little mini course. So I was like, you know, I just want to show certain people that really want it for their business, you know, something that will help you, you know. I mean, if you want to go and sell the info, that's fine. But the more people you show, the tactics won't work. I mean, it's, you know, I want people that are, you know, close to my group, like people in the group, people that come on here. I see you guys all the time. Joel's kid, Mark, you know what I mean? That's the kind of guys I'm looking for, you know? All right. Futama asks, wedding photography. I never was inside of a wedding niche or photography. I've shared this before. I mean, it most of the time, the people that come, it's lawyers. I do travel agencies, travel clubs. I like travel. I like lawyers. And then for affiliate stuff, I primarily focus on coupons and discount sites. That's what I do. That's my specialty. That's what I do. It's the same guys in competition, and that's pretty much what I do. I'm not scared to share the niche. I mean, the sites that we have been there forever, and it'd be very difficult to take them down. The sites that we work on and you guys see in those particular two niches, you would never think that, you know, a small group of guys were running those sites. Let's take a look here. All right, so it doesn't look like there's any questions. So I think I'm going to hop off. It's been absolutely wonderful to go through this. So if there's no other questions, I'm going to pop off. Look forward. Hey, I'm hoping that I can have multiple chats with Craig Campbell. He's excellent. I think he's brilliant as far as SEO is concerned. We're going to be holding another live chat this Wednesday on link building. So hopefully you guys could ask some questions. There it'll be derived at, you know, gray hat / link building, PBNs, things along those lines. So I think it'll be an awesome talk, and we can go back and forth. But he knows some wicked stuff, so it'll be an awesome chat. All right. Do you do GMBs for affiliates? Yes, I do have a lot of GMBs where we're localizing particular offers, right? Because it is a lot. As you know, I mean, I offer stack training. The one site that I did show that I lost was a G site. I was ranking for HostGator coupons. I was ranking position 4 for HostGator coupons. I was getting 14 signups a day, you know. So I like to take my G sites, my stacks, certain particular types of links and traffic, and rank those. So and a GMB is part of it. So to answer your question, yes. GMBs for affiliates is just part of a network that I would set up. And yes, it's very effective. Lower search volume, but higher conversion. All right. Great live. Thanks. Hey, Fotografia di Casamento. I'm glad that I was able to help you. Were you, is this your site? Fotografia? Did you want me to look at your site or something? Or, because I'm about to, I've had a lot of people ask me for like audits and templates. I'm thinking about maybe creating one and giving it away for free. I don't know. Because I have an audit that I used to use when I was selling audits on Fiverr. It's a 500 check list. From server side to, I mean, it's insanity, you know, and it checks for a lot of stuff that you don't find on a lot of other lists. So maybe I'll give that away. I don't know. But if you want me to look at your site, maybe one day I'll do a live audit of somebody's site for somebody for complimentary. I used to charge $200 for those. I mean, I had a lot of those sales too. But we're rambling. I don't like to ramble. But it's been a great talk. Thank you so much, everybody, and have a wonderful night. I'll see you in the next one. I'll probably edit this video and make it an upload. But I'll see everybody later. Have a great night.